Hey, Slush, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I am Tom the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer for the purpose of this video. As you might have guessed, I'm not really in this nice little jazz lounge behind me, but it's a nice mood. Anyways, got home from work late, so I'm running late on everything. But I was really wanting to do a video because it helps me relax and unwind. And I wanted the alcohol over any pharmaceuticals tonight because I wanted to relax and enjoy it. And trying to fix something real quick like, but it's not letting me do it. There we go. All righty then. How's everybody doing this evening? Almost morning, I guess. Depending on where you're at, it might be morning in your neck of the woods. Hell, I don't know. Just that. There we go. And now we are in business. How the heck are you? So, just grabbed a random beer and some compatible whiskey, both from the Kansas City area. Because I had to be quick about putting this one together so I can get a chance to put a lot of thought in it. Because I need to eat something too, but I wanted to do this first while that's cooking. Anyways, I digress. Let's see. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to check something here quickly. All right, I guess I did start a little earlier than my start date. It just got. Let's put a frozen pizza in the oven because I'm really hungry. We didn't want to cook this evening. And it was just coming to temp there. That's what the beep was. Anyway, got that. All right. I'm trying to give you my undivided attention here. Now we'll try. Oops. All right. Messed up on me. There we go. All right. How the heck are you? Now I'm going to try to focus on you. So I just poured myself about 2.5 ounces of Rieger sweet mash straight bourbon whiskey. It's a very interesting whiskey. I love the mash on this. They don't refer to it as a high rye, but it is 30% rye, which in my book makes it a high rye. Only 50%, only 56% corn. But what's interesting is the 14% malted barley. That is a very large percent of malted barley. Most only have about 5-6%. So 14% is a rather large amount, man. Oh, so I grabbed the Boulevard 35th anniversary whiskey barrel age. It's a blend of several whiskeys, blend of several beers. I mean to say. It is at a whopping 11.5%, though. It's a big bad mamma jamma, a big bad woofa goofa. Anyway, to borrow from the great Peter Wolf. Beautiful aromas on this still. There's a lot of big malt. You feel a lot of the different whiskey barrels that they've used to blend this. Barrel aged blend, it says. All right, my first beer of the day, even though I've been around it all day long, Slancha. Damn, big, rich, and decadent. Just a beautiful beer, man. For anybody watching, if you've got any questions or comments, you want to have a conversation, just throw it up there. I'll answer almost anything. Uh, Mercy, that's a nice beer. Yeah, I'm kind of tired. I've been hurt, and I moved wrong the other day and got that sciatic nerve going bad. And I was in a little bit of pain. So I got through my work day, which is about a 10-hour day today. Wanted to get home and relax, have a little bite to eat. And depending, I might do a late night or early morning video. We'll play that by ear. But anyway, I wanted just wanted to relax, have a little whiskey, a little beer. Just have an interesting conversation with some folks today about names. It'd be of that millennial variety, myself being the Gen X variety. We're talking about um, generational. What's the right word I'm looking for? Misunderstandings, maybe, or just a different way to look at things. So one person, I won't mention his name, but he uses his full name. And in his mind, if you call him anything other than that, that's disrespectful. And that's true for him, but I don't think that's true for everybody. You know, I said I think it's generational because my generation, if we hang out with you a couple times, we're calling you by a nickname. I mean, I'm always introduced to folks as Tom for the most part, but I've got one good friend in town who always refers to me as Thomas. I don't correct him because in his mind that's respect. So I take it that way. But growing up the way I did, rather diverse, that you hang out with someone in your Tom, uh, two, three, four more times, and they're just automatically calling you Tommy. It's just the way it is. If you do meet somebody named John, if you guys get along, if you're hanging out together, going to the bar together, he's now Johnny. He didn't give you permission to call him Johnny. It just becomes an automatic thing. But it seems like millennials and younger feel like you need permission to call them other thing than what they tell you their name is. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. I'm just saying it feels like it's generational. Whereas he takes it, saying anything other than that full name is disrespectful. From my generation, with the folks that I grew up with, if you shorten your name or give the nickname, if I go from John to Johnny, well, that is a sign of respect. That means we like each other. It's a term of endearment. We've got one generation that sees it as a positive. Again, respect in term of endearment, where another generation sees that as blatant disrespect. And again, it just feels like it's generational. I don't know if maybe names were more fluid in my generation, right? I mean, your parents would call you whatever. Um, Again, Thomas, but it was generally Tom. Sometimes Thomas, or usually only when I was in trouble, and sometimes it was Tommy. And it depended on the situation. Where I think a lot of parents today, or the generation after myself, raise kids to be that particular name, whatever it is. And again, it might be just the area I grew up in. I guess I can't speak for all Gen X, but I just know growing up, if we hung out together more than twice, there was going to be a nickname, right? Ed was going to be Eddie, whether everybody else called him Eddie or not. In this particular group, we were going to call him that. And again, I became Tommy most of the time. But I've never minded being called Thomas, and I've never minded being called Tommy, although it is Tom most of the time. And I guess that was the other. It's that rigidity. I feel like generations past Gen X has that rigidity about their name. They want to be called exactly that and nothing but that. Whereas my generation, if somebody thought enough of you to call you a nickname, well, that's again, that is respect. It's a term of endearment. And I'm not saying either of us is wrong, to be honest. I'm just saying it seems like a generational misconceptions, maybe is the word I'm looking for. Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy. It hasn't really been a long week, to be honest with you. It just feels like everything just kind of hurts. A lot of that's the weather. It got cold on us real fast. And the arthritis and everything else that happens to us old folks is happening to me as we speak at this very moment in time. Anyway, I'm going to have to wrap this video up because I think my pizza's about done. So I am, anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I thought it was an interesting conversation because in his mind, anything other than what he tells you his name is disrespect. It's respect for you. I will do that, but I will tell you from my generation, if you called me anything other than my name, if it just came out, hey Tommy, that means we are good friends. So I don't know. Again, it just feels like kind of generational misconceptions. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor, of wisdom, man. Getting that first beer and whiskey down of the night. Oh, priceless. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor, wisdom, man.